What is Palladio architecture? When it comes to learning about it, there is a great master of 15th century, none other than Andrea Palladio. Palladio was the most influential architect of the Renaissance period. It is likely that you have seen Palladio architecture without even realizing it. This style can be found all around the world, often chosen for prominent government buildings. It may even be evident in our neighborhood or home, especially in the form of White House designs, which are popular for creating symbolism in architecture. Palladio architecture became a tool of politician and status symbol for elites to differentiate themselves from common men. This architecture style traveled from UK to America to India as well. In all these places, big mansions, politicians' houses and government buildings somehow follow Palladian principles. Andrea Palladio, who lived from 1508 to 1580, is the man behind the inception of Palladio architecture. During his career in Europe as an architect, he sought to incorporate classical elements from ancient Greek and Roman design into more contemporary uses. His designs focused on proportions and symmetry. However, his architecture style aimed to find new ways of including classical elements rather than adhering to more strict or narrow interpretations. The results of the Palladio's work gave birth to a new architecture style known as Palladian architecture, famous for its stately symmetry, classical element, and grand appearance. Symmetry is an important feature of this style, with each half of a building mirroring the other. Column and pillars such as Corinthian column are often seen supporting open structures and porticos. Dome ceilings and windows grace these buildings as the node to ancient Roman temples. Windows are placed in perfectly symmetrical style, creating order, and they follow the Venetian style of windows. The base of the Palladian building has a brick structure, whereas the main envelope of the building has a plain and simple texture. The interior of the house is ornamented, which is a very contrasting to its outer nature. Palladio's style follow perfect proportions and everything is placed in a mathematical arrangement. The Palladio style has a various typologies, with two common one being the donut style and the U-type style. The donut style consists of a single layer of rooms around a central hall, occasionally used by Palladio, most notably in the Villa Rotondo and Villa Cornaro. The second basic typology of the Palladian style is the upside down U, where the house is designed in a U-shaped geometry. You can see this style in villas like Angrano, which has a U-shaped symmetrical plan. The Palladio plans are not perfectly donut or U-shaped, but they are the variation of these shapes. Let's look at the proportion of these houses. Palladian houses somehow follow musical proportion with the ratio like 2:1, known as octave, and the musical fifth of 2:3. We can understand these proportions with the help of an example. Let's take a room of 4:4 and a room of a 2:4 feet. If we add both the rooms, the total space used by both rooms becomes 6:4, which is ratio of 2:3. Now let's take a room of 6:4 and add a room of 3:4 into it. The total size of the space becomes 9:4, which is the ratio of again 2:3. This way Palladio always uses the same proportion in the house. Although this theory of proportion is not applicable to all houses, somehow there are some kind of proportions that are always in the Palladian house. The house always has symmetry, where the x-axis of the house is symmetrical to the other half of the house, and the same goes for the y-axis. Palladio always uses the central entrance to the house with the cross corridor inside. If we see the plan of the Villa Rotondo, we can understand the concept of proportion as well as space planning. In Villa Rotondo, Palladio uses square proportion with an inward offset of the house, making it a donut shaped. Then he placed the center space with curved wall that follows a perfect circle in the house, and all the rooms are arranged along the center axis of the house. The space inside the house are connected to each other with symmetrical staircases and cross corridors. The outer side of the house has 4 porticos supported on columns with grand entrance on each side of the house. Here Palladio created rooms with dimensions of 15 feet each with a 30 feet central hall. The proportion of the house follows the dimension of 15 feet, 30 feet and again the 15 feet, which is again the same proportion of 1:2:1. Throughout history, many architects had followed the Palladian architecture. Notable figures include the landscape architect William Kent and Inigo Jones, who introduced the Palladian style to England. Vincenzo Scumazzi designed Villa Moline with Palladian features like donut-shaped layout and symmetrical proportions. Lord Burlington followed Palladian style in Shishook House in 1927, altering interior shapes while maintaining the Palladian arrangement. Shishook House reflects Baroque tradition with its geometrical shapes and thick window recessed in the walls. Thomas Jefferson, an American architect, drew inspiration from Palladio for Monticello. Although its design evolved over time, influenced more by Chijuk anti-Palladian style. The layout of the Monticello resembles Chijuk house with rooms reshuffled to it. Chizuk's elements like central octagon and square rooms transform into Monticello's chamber. Ultimately, Chizuk's design heavily influenced Jefferson's architectural vision. This rearrangement of the plan makes the house of Monticello. We can trace the whole design step by step using the method of reshuffling of the shapes, and this plan is the same in volume as the Palladian style. But the rearrangement of the shape is not the donut style or the U shape, but it is the interpretation of the architect owns principle. In modern architecture also there is a great influence of Palladian architecture such as Villa Stein by Le Corbusier. Even Peter Eisenman referred Palladian architecture in his book of Palladio Virtual. Andrea Palladio is one of the great masters of 15th century who has influenced thousands of houses all over the world. You can also follow these principles into your design and make architecture more beautiful and elegant. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Salute.